One with his man purse on, or is it the one he's sitting on his couch with?
The one where he's sitting with the white shirt.
Okay, that one. Yeah, let's look at this goofy one right here.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Now y'all gonna hate me for this, but bro, where you learn to squabble?
Losses to the neck, but now I'm trophied up. I'm saying like bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Now y'all not gonna like me for this, and I really don't give a fuck. I don't really like dude. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, he makes generalized statements about black men and women and all this. I make statements about certain groups of people. We don't have the same mission statement. Y'all think he's conservative? I don't. I'm just saying, bro, where'd you learn to squabble though? Like, they was tossing you around like they tossed their EBT checks. Ping.
The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. The type of skits I'm on, you wouldn't understand. Big dog.
Bro, you in church shoes sliding. Church shoes is not for squabbling. Worst time of your life, the worst fights I ever had in life was in church shoes. But you got beat up by some liberals while you was wearing church shoes? Come on, man.
I would not hold your hand.
Broke bitch business, I cannot be your man. Never got his ass whooped until we open up that can. Damn.
So I don't know why y'all keep sending me this dude's videos, right? I don't particularly like when you direct hate towards your people. I direct hate at a certain group of my people. We ain't the same. But bro, you got mollywopped by some
Skeptic, I'm gonna let you go first. I know you're probably like the most left on the panel tonight. What do you think about all the conservatives going at Andre? Like, although Andre's not a conservative, he protested at a left-wing rally. Wouldn't you think that they'd have his back? Do you think the liberals would have another liberal's back? What do you think?
So Andre, let me ask you this. So if you're not a conservative, what are you? Like politically?
You could say I'm far right. You could say I'm a nationalist. You could say I'm in line with people like Nick Fuentes, people like Myron Gaines, people like who else can I really add? Trying to think of somebody I can really add that's also in the mix. The Tate brothers, they like me. They gave me a shout out. God bless Tristan Tate for giving me the shout out. So people like that.
You're more politically aligned with Nick Fuentes. Got it.
If you want to put that, yeah, go ahead.
So some of the things that I thought were interesting, also the role was crazy, is the fact that you were saying that your number one reason to go there, or like, I guess your purpose was to get attention. It seems like you got attention. Like, I feel like your goal was accomplished, right? Because you said you went to counter protest and you wanted attention. You also said that you weren't among the crowd, but from the video that we just saw,
I didn't say I wasn't among the crowd.
But you said you were outside of the crowd, but it looks
I didn't go in the center of the crowd. No, I wasn't inside the crowd. No, that was the edge of it.
I guess we have different realities to what we're seeing, but
I mean, I was there.
To me, it seemed like you were inside the crowd.
Well, that's your perspective.
I think that we had, right, it was, from the video that we just saw.
Yeah,
another thing that we had a conversation about systemic racism, and an interesting thing about systemic racism is that police officers tend to arrest and tend to have negative interactions.
The police officers that arrested me were black, by the way.
With people of color. So interestingly, one of my observations is that although it was these white tea scrawny liberals that were out here, rolling you on the ground, you ended up being the one that got arrested. Like, that was
it's a false arrest.
That was a very
was arrested by a black cop.
Which also a conversation that we had before. I had said, statistically speaking, I had looked at data that shows that police officers are more likely to search you if you're a black man. They're more likely to stop you if you're a black man. And honestly, your interaction, the whole thing that happened, kind of to me proves that the data is true.
It doesn't at all. So I was arrested by a black police officer. This person wrote the report. Most of the cops were black. Those who came around me were the lieutenants and captains and everyone who were on the mobile field force. So I really don't know what you're talking about, honestly. It's ridiculous. Of course, we always got to have some white liberal woman come over here and try to explain to minorities.
Number one, you don't know.
You're probably, listen,
about.
honestly, phenotypically, you're white.
So let me.
Let's
tell
see
you.
that ancestry.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're gonna. Talk
Let's
about
see that
legal
ancestry. I want to
representation.
see that ancestry.
So let me.
Go
see.
ahead. Go ahead, Mexican.
I
Go ahead.
actually my major was in biology, molecular and
That's
cellular
cool.
biology. So I actually
What the
got
fuck
my
is that
DNA
supposed to mean?
I
Like,
got my
you
DNA
can do Miss Frizzle
tested.
shit? That's cool.
Again, if I'm not going to be able to speak, then there's no reason to have a conversation with you. So I actually know my ancestry. I actually know where I come from. So you can say whatever you want to. But interestingly, the fact that you're pointing out that the police officer was black when you got mollywopped by white tea liberal scrawny men.
So
is
getting
wild.
pushed down. Hold on. Getting pushed down by
out,
4 people. Hold on. Getting pushed down by 4 people.
Take away from this
Hold on.
conversation
Getting pushed down by 4 people. Hold on.
The only
Hold on. Because I love when liberal white women always
was a
have to tell like
police
minorities,
officer
like,
is
listen, you know you were
It's
wrong.
literally crazy.
You
It's
understand you were
literally
wrong.
wild. Like it's
You
crazy.
went there
The only
on the
thing
wrong
you can point
tempo.
out is
You
what color the
understand?
police officer is.
Let me get my green bean casserole.
And let
Listen,
me tell you,
black
All right,
man.
okay.
Let's go to the next person. Let's go to the
I'll
next
say
person.
this. I'll say this, and then he can continue because he always overspeaks people.
I do.
I understand
especially
why you
women
don't want
like
to go
you.
to HBCUs.
Most definitely.
I get it, and it's not the.
I love
reason
going
that
to
you're saying.
HBCUs. I've been there.
I know why you didn't pull up to an HBCU.
Why not?
Because you're
okay, guys.
Handed to you.
Because I tell you this. So this is what I'm talking about with these white liberals. I tell you this. They always want to talk this talk, right? They hate they love minorities so much until they're on the other side. This is the prime example of this. This is why we don't allow women like this to talk at all. So let's get back into it, right?
Sarah, I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm talking to you, sweetie.
Right,
no, let me get back. Let me get back into it. Let me get back into it. Hold on. Let me get back into it. Let me get back into it. Let me get back into it. Getting pushed down by 4 people when I'm not trying to be violent and I'm armed is completely different. It's always people who sit on the internet and love to talk, but they can never do it. They can never back anything up.
Said white women are stealing hair culture from Dominicans for their sons. Let's watch.
White people have found another creative way to steal someone's culture.
Always the victims. Let's hear what now white people have stolen. They have stolen nothing from you people. Nothing. If they steal so much stuff, why do y'all keep living here?
And let me just explain it to y'all. So basically, they have went down yonder across the pond and hopped onto an island to steal the hair texture of black Dominicans.
You know this wouldn't bother me if you weren't wearing a white woman's wig right now. You probably wouldn't. If you had an afro, a dashiki on, some rollers, this probably wouldn't have bothered me. But you have a weave on because you want to emulate and look like a white woman. No lies there. If you embrace your Afrocentric ways instead of trying to look like a white woman, maybe I would listen to this. But you trying to tell me that white women are trying to change their boys' hair because they play baseball to look like Dominicans is foolish. White dudes have been wearing their hair like this. This ain't comfortable.
So, Gray, the content is like kind of, to me, and I know you're a Democrat, it's very similar. He's going at Andre, but this is the kind of stuff that he does all day long. He makes this EBT content. What do you think? Why do you think he feels to go at Andre? But to me, he's one of he critiques the Black community and critiques the community as well. What do you think?
I think that is kind of like a favoritism thing. Is probably a clicky thing. Andre kind of makes content that gets at a lot of people, so it kind of does his own thing. So it's kind of like they probably feel like he's not a part of their in crowd. But thank you, Andre, for coming. You've been rocking with us for a long time. I know we're a smaller channel, and you've always worked with us. And congratulations on your success. You've gone viral. I see a lot of people sharing your stuff.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to play